Hello everybody, welcome to the Cafe of Knowledge. Tea time, tea time. Y'all already know it's tea time. Ooh, it's time to read somebody ass. Y'all already know it's tea time. But anyway, I had so many calls that saying, NJ, what you got to say about the matter of racism and division? And y'all already know how that go. Let me just tell y'all, please like and subscribe to our channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe, please. But anyway, let's jump right on into it. Y'all see I got my teacup today. I got my teacup for some hot tea for somebody asses. Woo. First of all, let's kick it off with this right here. See, I am so tired, you know what I'm saying, of the racism and the division. And this is a quarantine message. You know what I'm saying? This is a quarantine message. And everybody have to look around since you all in quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Quarantine was meant for everybody to stop, sit down, listen, understand, comprehend, and see what's going on around you. It's giving you time to fix your shit. Okay? That's the bottom line. It's giving you a chance to fix whatever you got going on wrong. It's giving you a chance because, see, you got to sit down, you got to be still, and you got to concentrate. And it was meant, see, it's a higher power. I don't know who all pray to who, really don't care. Long as you're praying to somebody who has righteous in it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you praying with the devil, now you might as well go on about your damn business. Because, see, we don't do that. But people pray to different people. Have no problem with that. You know, as long as they praying on a righteous message. You know? So, it's giving us all a time to sit down and see what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to be still. You're supposed to be evaluating your family. You're supposed to be evaluating yourself. You're supposed to be trying to, if there's anything wrong with you, you need to be trying to fix that. It's a healing time for everybody. But see, most people taking it for granted. And see, this is a quarantine message because it was sent from a higher power. Now, whoever your higher power is, that's on you. But if it's righteous, the quarantine message is fix whatever you got going on. And fix your atmosphere. Fix your home. Fix your kids. Fix yourself. Promote yourself. Wisen yourself. Get wiser during this time. Okay? Don't waste this time during quarantine. You know people will say, I want to go to the movie. Nope, can't go to the movie. Sit down. Sit your head down. I want to go to a concert. Nope, ain't no concerts right now. Sit your head down. I want to go to school. Nope, ain't no school. School at home. You have some schools that open, but then you still got some in-home schools. Time for you to teach your kids. Not only the school work, but intelligent work. You know what I'm saying? Everyday life work. Their yes and they no's, and they goals. Things like that. See, we got it all messed up. But anyway, people want to come out here and beat around the bush when they're trying to preach to people or when they're trying to talk to people. And that's what we got to stop. See, this world is messed up right now because everybody want to preach something that's in the past tense. Now, I don't know what book you use to preach, and I don't know which book you use for your own religions or whatever. But as long as it's righteous, it's all saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But what we got to stop doing is teaching the message in the past tense about in the BCs, during the time of the BC and the time of the AC and all that stuff and all this, what's going to happen to the world in the future? Is it going to catch on fire or is it going to drown up with water? We need to stop teaching all that stuff. Let's talk about what's happening today, because in the books of righteousness, whichever book you use, like I said, it's telling you what's going on right now, and we need to interpret that message into right now, today. That's the only way this world gonna change from the racism and the division that's going around in this world today and in this country today. That's the only way we gonna do it. Stop beating around the bush trying to preach something in the BCs and the ACs and in the future, when you should be talking about what's going on right here today where somebody can understand it. Quit talking in your Bible terms or whatever religion that you pray to or preach about or whatever. Start talking about it, break it down, and talk about it the way it's supposed to be right here, right now, today. That's the only way we can change this racism and division. You know, it kills me that people want to talk about the past when they trying to preach and tell knowledge and all that stuff. They want to talk about what happened in the past. That ain't got nothing to do with what's going on right now. There is a plenty of righteous books that everything in there is happening right here today. And until we face it, talk about it openly and stop beating around the damn bush. Talk about it openly and give it to everybody real and straight and have conversations about this. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong. Everybody hiding from racism. Everybody hiding from the division. But nobody wants to address it until it hits their household or until it happens to them. Then everybody want to address it. See, we got to teach each other and keep each other informed about what the hell is going on right here today. Now, you got characters that's in some of these righteous books and everything else. You got some characters that name David, name Moses, name Abraham, name Cain, name Jezebel. You got all kind of names. Lots and Gabriel. You got all kind of characters in these righteous books. And you're talking about them like they in past tense. They can jump right out that book and walk, and you can see them walking around right now. They all walking around right now in a city near you or on the job near you. They all out here. It's some Davids out here. It's some Moses out here. It's some Jezebels out here. It's some Cains out here. It's all of them. It's some Lots and Gabriels out here. It's all of them is out here right now today. And we talking about like they was in the past. No, they walking around right now. Right around in the United States, right around your area, right around your neighborhood, on the job, everywhere else. They can jump right out that book and start walking. Because they all is walking right now. All throughout this world and through the United States. So, let's talk about that. If you want to talk about something, let's start spreading that message like that. Because it's a whole lot of them running around here right here and today. And see, you got to know how to point them out and tell them and teach it that that's who they are. They ain't no past tense. They running around right now. They might got a different name, but they still running their ass around here. I can tell you that right now. And so the message during the quarantine is to sit down, observe yourself, change your mindset, okay? Improve your surroundings. Change the hatred. Change the racism. Understand each other's point of view of things. You know what I'm saying? A nation divided within each other will always deteriorate. I'm going to tell you that right now. All this racism and all this division, as long as we have that in this country will always deteriorate. It's going to deteriorate worse and worse every time. Because see, we all getting this quarantine message. And this quarantine message has exposed a whole lot of stuff that's making people wake up and realize and see what the hell is going on around them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you right now, quarantine done let everybody see who people are. You know? And when they used to try to hide from it or hide themselves, it's all exposed. And I'm going to tell you like that, we got half racism. As long as this country is racist and in division, ain't nothing going to go right. Ain't nothing going to go right. We got half racism in this country. We got half hatred. We got half slave mentality minds. We got half civilization, half civilized, half oppressed people. We got half rich, half poor, half middle class, half poison in the mind. You know, everybody is on their own different path. And until we can change that, it's going to always deteriorate. It ain't going to never get better. How can things get better when you got all that going on? You got the hate, you got the racism, you got the rich, you got the poor, you got the oppressed, you got the middle class, you got all that. How can this nation come up and be a better nation if we got all this mess going on? It's going to always deteriorate. And that's what the quarantine message is trying to show all of us. But you got so many people that want to do stuff their way, they ain't listening to it. Or they listening to it and turning their backs on it. And if you keep doing that, it's always going to deteriorate. Then it start at the top. You got, this country is divided at the top. The people who run this thing is divided. They got a thing where you got one part is a donkey and one part is a damn elephant. What is that? Now, you know, I don't touch bases on nobody politics. But what I do see is that it's a divide in there. If you got one side is a donkey, one side is a damn elephant, and both of them sides is fighting all the time, debating all the time, blocking each other all the time, the donkey blocking the elephant, and then when the elephant want to vote, the donkey blocking the elephant, and then when the donkey wants something, the elephant block. I mean, it's just a donkey and an elephant. First of all, I don't want to be a part of nothing that's going to name me a donkey or an elephant. Hell, y'all already been calling us a damn monkey all these 400 years. I ain't finna be your donkey too. I ain't finna be your elephant either. I'm going to be a neutral type person. If one is right, I go with you. If you're wrong, I'm not going to go with you. That's how it go, but you ain't even be naming me no donkey and no elephant. Because first of all, it's not supposed to be even divided like that. How come we can't find a name other than donkeys and elephants? Why we can't find no name like, okay, this is the house and this is the debate. So then when you want to vote on something or something going on, then the house gets together and then the house vote or whatever, and then they send it to the debate floor. And then the debate floor will vote on it and see what they wants to do. You know, nobody should have a damn nickname for their party except for their own name. Well, you know, in the debate department, you had Susan and Karen and Johnny. They voted no. And then you had Sierra and somebody else, they voted yes. But that's the debate party. Okay, then you have the house party. Maybe the house party, Jill, Bill, and all them voted yes in the house party. And then maybe somebody else voted no in the house party. Okay, see, now you're cutting the divide. You're cutting the divide inside of the chaos. See, when you're debating and fighting, the leaders are doing this, then it don't do nothing but show the world and the country that it's okay to fight among each other. See, that's where the shit is all wrong at right there. Why the hell we got to divide each other from each other if we all are living in the same damn country? That's what I couldn't understand, and I still ain't gonna understand it. Ain't no sense you trying to make me understand it, because I ain't gonna understand it because it ain't right. The righteous books say it's not right. And like I said, it don't matter which righteous book you look at. If you're righteous, it's gonna say it. I don't care what kind of religion you are. You know good and well it ain't supposed to be no division within the people of where you reside and being a citizen at. So that's where the problem is right there. It started at the top. So now you got everybody in your country. One is a donkey, one is an elephant, and then the elephant, I like this. And then the donkey, I like this. Your party ain't this. Now your party ain't that. Okay, now it's trickling down into the elementary schools, into the middle schools, into the high schools, into the colleges, into the grown folks. It's all keep following us. It's following us because we're following division. That's why it's following us, because we're following the divide in the country. We was taught to divide each other. What you gonna be? I'm gonna be a donkey. What you gonna be? I'm gonna be an elephant. And then they start bickering at an early age until adulthood. See, I don't get wrapped up in that, because I know it shouldn't be like that. I'm going to always be on the side of right. And I'm always going to be against the side that's wrong. It don't matter who you are. But what I ain't going to name you is a goddamn donkey and an elephant. I'm going to name you your name. I'm going to say, okay, Bob, he likes, his views is like this. And Ellen, her views is like this. But what I ain't going to do is say, oh, he an elephant, that's why he think like that. She a donkey, that's why she think like that. No, it shouldn't be like that. So that's where the complication and confusion starts at, right there. And it's a hell of a lot more, but that's one of the things that keep this doggone country divided. And it seems like can't nobody see that. It don't matter what religion you are. It don't matter any of that. What matters is the country is divided for what? For what? Name it something else. Name it party number 1, party number 2. Or either the house party and the debate party. Why can't we name something like that? Come up with another name beside a damn donkey and an elephant where everybody got to be going head and head all the time with boxing gloves on. That's where it started right there. Then you got, see, I'm going to tell you like this. If you ever look up the word donkey, donkeys do get along with most animals. Elephants have a handful of animals that they get along with. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the purpose? I just need somebody to tell me, what is the damn purpose of being a donkey and a damn elephant. See, first we got to wipe and clear all that shit out and do it the right way. Should nobody have one side against the other side. Already divided. Already divided. It ain't gonna never be right until you take care of that division, for one thing. You know? So then you have this message, this other quarantine message of, you know, okay, I'm going to tell y'all this. See, when you start looking around you, because see, I stops, and then you start looking around you, and then you constantly see the bickering of the donkeys and the elephants. And then you just question yourself, why is it like that? And then you start getting that word and have an understanding. It's not really supposed to be like that. See, because we have to stop and think. I use my time to stop and think and see what can I improve, what can I do better on, what can I change, how can I change. See, all this, what can I do to make my family better. See, we got to use this time for knowledge and wise. You got the knowledge up here. You know? Then you got this other quarantine message. See, all this stuff is coming out through quarantine. And if you ain't noticed it, you better damn sit down and notice. Look around you. Look at the world. See, the higher power is sending whoever higher power, like I said, you worship or preach on, as long as it's righteous, you can see it plain as day. And the next quarantine message is from that higher power is that hostility in racism. Oh, Lord, have mercy. The angry rage of racism. It's a rage that is just unbelievable. And first of all, racism. A person was born not being racist. Everybody who was born didn't start off racist at all. They was taught that. They was installed that. They was molded that. And they was catered that. And they have been recycling that racism for over 400 years or more. It's just a constant racism. You constantly teach it. I mean, they are real dedicated to racism. And 9 times out of 10, when you ask somebody why they racist, they don't even know why they racist. I don't know, my mama racist, so I'm racist. I don't know, my daddy racist, so I'm racist. I don't know, my family racist, so I'm racist. They don't even know why they damn racist. Ain't nobody did nothing to them. Ain't nothing happened to them. But they just racist. Because it was taught to them. Installed in them. And just evil as hell. You know? And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I seen some mess out there at that damn Capitol. Hold on, let me get my tea. I'm finna spill some hot tea on y'all ass. Boy, I seen some stuff out there. Did y'all see that? I said, wait, what is going on? Acting a slap fool. But see, let me tell you something. Everybody want to say now, oh, that's unbelievable. We ain't never seen nothing like it. Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we have. There's a lot of other races around here that done seen that exact same rage. Yeah, everybody now want to open their eyes and gonna act like we ain't never seen nothing like this before. We ain't never witnessed nothing like this before. They all want to witness that because it never happened to them until now. See, what happened is that one race went against their own race. Now, people can see it. But see, when you had the black people, other kind of minority people that was trying to tell people that racism is a problem. They ain't want to believe it. They wanted to believe it. They knew it. They just didn't want to address it. See, that's what I'm talking about. We got to start addressing this problem. They seen it. They just didn't want to address it. But boy, when it hit they ass. Ooh, when I tell you them folk were acting a slap ass fool up there at that Washington, Lord have mercy, y'all. When I say they were acting a slap ass fool, they was acting a slap ass fool. I'm talking about they was all over the place. All over the place. They was sitting in folks. First of all, they went up there like they was invited to a barbecue. They went up there like they was invited to a barbecue. I'm telling you, they went up there acting a slap ass fool. When I say they was acting a slap ass fool, I mean they escorted their own ass up there. And then they was acting like them folks was jam-packed around that damn place as if they were giving out government cheese. They was all over the goddamn place. They were acting a slap-ass fool. They were walking in the folk building. And then the sad part is, they walked in there kind of calm. Then when they walked in there, then they started tearing shit up. Some walked in there, some bashed windows up and down, some tore up everything. They taking pictures. They were acting like it was a field trip. They was in there, damn, taking pictures all over the damn place, taking selfies with each other. They were acting a plump-ass fool. And then had the nerve to start beating the police officers' asses and stuff. They was going havoc around now, acting a slap-ass fool. And I'm talking about, I'm going to call the men thugs, and I'm going to call them women fishes. Because them thugs and fish were acting a damn plump mess up there. They was on them folk table. They had their feet propped up on them folk desks. They was stealing them folk laptops. They was damn beating the police officers' asses. They was running up the steps, tearing up shit. And then they, all of a sudden, they turned into the deep-ass rage. Them motherfuckers started, and I'm talking about they was acting a slap-ass fool. I'm telling you, all of them gave me crackhead tease. They gave me crackhead tease. They gave me meth head tease. They gave me heroin tease. They gave me every damn type of tease you can think of. Ain't no way in the hell you can have a saint. They gave me mental health tease. They got some bad mental health issues. All these teas, I said, damn, he give me crackhead teas. She give me meth head teas. I'm talking about they was just chaotic all over the damn place. They couldn't have been no black folk or they all would have been dead. See, that's what I'm talking about this message. It showed that racism, that is one-sided. You got a group of blacks and some whites that's peacefully protesting, and they get gassed up, they get shot up, they get stomped on, they get beat with billy clubs, and they got their hands up in the air. You got these folks over here that done ran this damn building damn near slapped to the ground. They was climbing walls and shit, and you know what? I better not ever hear nobody call black people no damn monkey no more. Not the way they were climbing them goddamn walls up there. They were climbing the wall with one hand, with a camera in the other, and then had some backpacks with all kind of damn shit stacked up in it. These jokers here was slap ass monkey, and then be the first one to call another race a monkey. I better not ever hear nobody call black people or no other type race no monkey. Not the way I seen them folk climbing them damn walls with ease. They sure was climbing it like slap monkeys. I said, well, shit, is that where they got that term from, trying to call somebody else monkey? Because they got it down pat. I better not ever hear nobody call another race no monkey. Not the way they were climbing them walls around now. And then, that wasn't even the most of it. They was beating all kind of windows down, busting doors down. And then they was hollering all they was hollering terms that they wanted to do some deadly harm to people. Then had the nerve to have nooses up in there, had the whole hanging gear hanged up there with the wood. They done cut out wood. They done cut out ropes. They done tied up good nooses and shit. They done did everything up in there, honey. And guess what? 5 people got shot. What? You said how many? 5. Are you serious right now? And I'm talking about it was completely chaotic. It really was. It was completely chaotic. And when I'm telling you, they had the nerve to, I'm talking about after they bum rushed and did all this shit, they had a nerve to get in front of the cameras. Y'all, now this is just the boldest stuff I done ever seen day in my life. They had a nerve to get up in front of the cameras and say, "Oh yeah, my name is Karen, and now and I live in such and such state," and they was telling their name, where they from, and everything. They was talking about, yeah, my name Karen. Talking to the news people now, my name Karen, and I live in such and such state. And see, now, I'm going to tell you how to get there now. See, once you get to my state, you got to go to Racism Town. It's a town called Racism. And once you get to that Racism Town, see, then you're going to have to go down that Skinhead block. And it's called Skinhead. And then once you go down that Skinhead block, then it's going to come to a dead end. Now, you can make a right on Skinhead Avenue, or you can make a left on Ku Klux Klan Drive. And that's where we stay at, sure will. That's what they were telling the doggone media. They was telling them where they stay, what their name is, and everything. And like I said, they were telling where they stay, because that's what you do when you feel superior. See, that's what you do when you know ain't nothing gonna happen to you. See, that's what you do when you know you are the person who does the racism stuff. You are the person who kills other races. You are the person who oppress other races. You are the person who kill other races. So that's why you ain't afraid to be killed, because you doing it. That's what that is. That's why they felt so superior, because it was the skinheads. It was the Ku Klux Klan. It was the racism people out here. It was them. So that's why they wasn't afraid. They were taking selfies with the police officers, who is most of them involved in it too. And they was, I'm talking about, they had a jolly good time out there. I'm talking about they came up in there, like I said, like they was invited to a barbecue. And they came out of there with all kind of gifts and snacks, like computers and every goddamn thing else, files, and all, and ain't but 5 people get shot. See, that was an eye-opener for the world and for the country. See, you can't turn no blind eye now and say ain't no such thing as racism. Because if it had been a whole bunch of blacks or whites that's protesting just for equal rights, or just for, we want you to stop police brutality, and they got their hands up, and they being treated with gas masks, spit on, beat, killed for just wanting equal rights. But then you got these people acting a slap-ass fool because they homeboy didn't get a job. What kind of shit is that? I know plenty of homeboys and homegirls throughout this United States who don't have jobs, or they applied for a job and didn't get a job. We ain't act no fool like that. We don't act no fool like that. But we seen it. How the hell you gonna damn tear up some shit How you gonna tear up the government shit because your homeboy didn't get a job? Boy, some confused folks out here in this damn world right here. I'm telling you right now. And then you had some of the police officers, all these people was involved in it. You had some people that was / retired, military, all this stuff. Just slap embarrassing, just slap chaotic. Just didn't make no damn sense. It just didn't. It just didn't. It didn't make no sense at all. Then we have a thing where, see, racism are in the hospitals. You go to the hospitals and you got one race that they don't see about, let die. They don't get the proper care. Is the white people. You know? And this is a quarantine message for everybody to wake up, because this has gotten very out of hand. And I'm telling you, until we fix it, this country is going to continue to deteriorate, and it's going to deteriorate fast, because nobody is listening to what the higher power has to say. And it's showing you plain as day what's going on, in hopes that everybody will start changing this. All these messages that I'm talking about right here in this video is not for people to say, yeah, and then leave it. It's for you to change it. Demand change. Demand change. You take your loved one to the hospital and all that, and they acting like they don't want to be bothered with them, or they don't want to see about it. Demand change. Start advertising. Start broadcasting it. Start exposing. That's the only way this thing is going to change. Because I'm going to tell you right now, them folks that did all that chaos up there and act a slap-ass donkey, they did all that and exposed their own damn self. They weren't afraid to expose nothing. Nothing. And then you got, like I said, that message of police brutality. We saw plain as day that how one group of folks, white people, can run up in something, tear something down, steal all things, steal everything out the damn building, bust windows, bust statues. They just do all this stuff right here, and nothing really happened. But then on the other hand, you got black people, other races, white and some white people that gets together and they protesting a certain equality. They want justice for something, and they are the ones who get shot, killed, spit on, beat, murdered, blood, just blood everywhere. See, we got to see the difference. And then I hear some people say, boy, if them had been black people, they would have been all shot dead. Yeah, you're right. But that was the message in this. That was the quarantine message. See, all this stuff is starting to come out during quarantine. Yes, it's a pandemic, and it's a bad pandemic. And rest the hearts and souls of the ones we've lost during this pandemic. But it is also a wake-up call, quarantine message for this world and nation and country. And people are acting like this is like the last notice for everybody to wake up and change it. Change it if you want this to be a better place. That's the only way it's going to happen. So everybody had to be still and sit down, and now you can see things more clearly. So those who say that they didn't know, we know they know now. For those who said, I can't see that, we know they see it now. For those who say, oh, racism ain't that bad, oh, they see it now. See, that was the quarantine messages. And it still ain't through. It's more quarantine messages that's going to come out. We just got to pay attention to it. And then change it for the better, not for the worse. You know? And then you got these Karens running around here and these Jim Bobs that they love to call the police on folk. They call the police on folk when it ain't nothing really going on. If they dropped a quarter, or if another race drop a quarter, they gonna sweep it down. That's their quarter. And then the black person or whatever other nationality it is will say, no, that's not your quarter. That's my quarter. Yes, it is my quarter. I'm finna call the police. They'll call the police, say the police, tell the police that you hit them, you beat them, you slapped them, you pushed them, or something, just so you can get arrested. Because, see, they feel like they superior. Because it don't matter if it is your quarter. They feel they should be able to take your damn quarter too. And then you wind up after this Karen and call the police, and then this person done got their ass whooped, beat, and everything, and took to jail. They'll give them 25 years for the 25-cent quarter. They gonna give them the same amount of years as the quarter is worth. 25 cents, you get 25 sentence years for a damn quarter. But then somebody else could do the same crime and get on probation. See, all this right here, I'm telling y'all, all this right here is a wake-up call for everyone. And it's something that everybody needs to fix. You know? And then you got customer and store racism. You go into a store and then the people in the store go, They racist. They really don't want you in there shopping at their store. They following you all around the goddamn store like you finna steal something. Y'all stop spending money with those type of people. When you walk into a store, if they got to follow your ass all around that store, in the bathroom, every damn where, they got to follow you all through that every aisle they go. Everywhere you go, they go. Everywhere. Stop spending money in that. Stop spending money in that. Because, hey, you work too hard for your money to give it to someone who don't like you. And I see it all the time, especially in a lot of hair stores or something like that. You got to pay attention. Because when they go to following me around, I look at what the hell is you following me for? And if they ain't got a good excuse like, oh, watch your step, because there's something on the floor right behind you, and I look down, okay. But if I ask them that, and they can't give me a good reason of why they following me, then I done left up out of there because you was not getting my money. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to give you my money for not liking me. So we got to change all that. All that right there. And they want to call these people that went up there it was an insurrection. Okay, yeah, you could say that. But see, you want to polish it up and make it look like a beautiful word. Yeah, that is the term for what happened. But let's call it what it is. It's citizen terrorists. It's citizen terrorists. They went to do destruction and possibly hurt and possibly kill people in the government. That's a terrorist. And you call them citizen terrorists because they're citizens of that country. That's what they is to me. Citizen terror. Yeah, you can call it the insurrection. You can call it whatever. You can call it anything that you want to polish it up. You ain't going to polish shit up with me because I already know what it is. I know what a terrorist is, and I clearly saw them was terrorists. And then now everybody understand what black people was going through when they was in slavery. That type of attitude, that type of anger, that type of racism, hostility. I mean, they was war. They were beating folk across the head with flags and everything. I'm telling you, And it's still the attitude they have towards black people now 400 years later. Ain't nothing done changed besides, we can go here and we can do this and we can do that and, we can get our own house. Other than that, the attitude is still the damn same. And until we all are comfortable in talking about it and addressing it, that comes from all nationality, all races. Until we all address it and talk about this openly and stop hiding from it and beating around the bush, we can get something done about it if we go head on and start tackling that matter head on and start talking about racism openly. To stop this matter. They don't even teach racism in school. They teach everything else, but they won't teach it in school. It should be a class on racism in every school. And then you also see racism in the school systems. You see where you go to one part of town, the schools are run down, the floors are raggedy, they got about 2-3 toilets working. Then you can go to another side of town where it's rich or whatever, and everything, the lawn is plush, clean, everything, the buildings are painted, everything is working, they got all school supplies, everything they need. See, it's a division in the school system, which means that certain parts of communities around the United States is less than. And then there's some communities that's superior. See, that's where them folks that was acting a fool, that's where they got it from, because it started in school. They saw where some students are less than, because look at their school. And then they knew that it was some schools that's superior because they got everything. See, we got to stop the divide in that. And the only way to stop that is the parents who have children going to those type of degrading schools need to start speaking up. And no, I'm not going to move my kid. The city going to do their job and improve this school. Because those kids ain't no less, or they are not, where they are a degrading ass kids to where these kids over here is superior than my child. No. You got to start being involved in your city councils, in your city, all this, to change stuff. You just send your kid to school. It don't matter how the school look. It don't matter, the economic, future they'll have in that school. They don't care about none of that. They just send the kid off to school. But then you want to know why they don't have the education as the other schools up there. Because these schools have more. These don't. So America have to stop the divide in that too. Until we address all this stuff, everything is still going to deteriorate for the worse. And then I just can't understand how you could be racist. See, I never could understand how in the hell is you got some white people that are so racist, can't stand black people and other minorities or other different nationalities. They can't stand them. But what I never could understand really about white people they hate blacks. What I really couldn't understand about it is, see, they confused. They very confused. Because check this out. I just sat back and thought, and I said, you know what? These people here are very confused because white people, the blacks, you brought the blacks over here, right? Okay. Now, once they over here, they worked free for you. They built this country on their backs for you for free. They cooked for you for free. They did your house cleaning for free. They worked on your farm. Now, this black people doing this for white people. By force, of course. They did it by force. Okay? But the point is, black people did this. Okay? For white people. So what I can't understand is, white people, y'all help me understand this because you are the one, most of you, not all of you now, some good ones out here, but it's some damn, like the one up there, the damn captain. I'm telling you right now, I want you to answer me this. Answer me this. Now, your ass is racist. Your ass can't stand blacks. Your ass got a problem with black people. But you brought them over here. They work for you for free. They clean for you for free. They iron for you for free or whatever. They wash your clothes for free. They did your farms for free. They harvest your land for free. They built America on their back for free. And then they work 16 hours a day for free. They made you rich for free. They took care of your children for free. Some of your children, the black woman even breastfed them. If you seem like you didn't have no milk or something around there to take care of your own child, then you had the black woman that would give your white child some breast milk so that to keep them healthy for free. Okay? Then you beat them. You raped them. You killed them. And you did a hell of a lot more. And you hate us. Or you hate blacks. Now, it seems like to me you benefited from them. So, the very same people that did all this for you, almost like a best friend. That's more than a best friend. The way black people have done for the white people. Done did all this stuff. And you got the nerve to hate blacks. That's something I want y'all to tell me how the hell your mind work like that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody came over here and they cleaned up for free, they cooked for me for free, and they washed my clothes for free, and they took care of my kids for free, and they taught my kids for free, and they cleaned and bathed my kids for free, and then they harvested my yard for free, and then they doing all this for free, then they helped me become a millionaire and become rich for free, and I ain't had to get them nothing, but probably a piece of bread and some water. They doing all this for free, and then they come in, and then they be like, hey, you want this done? They doing all this for free. How in the hell can I hate them? That's what I want to know. You got to be a savage-ass person to hate the very same people that helped your ass. No other ethnic group has helped white people as much as blacks. But we are the one you hate the most. Tell me how that shit works. Because I'm just trying to... You got to be mentally disturbed to feel like that shit is okay. And I don't give a damn if your ancestors did it. The point is, how can you hate someone Where did the hate come from? Because obviously the blacks ain't did nothing to you but help you. That's what I could never understand. And I'm gonna need somebody to help me. I ain't gonna understand it, so I ain't gonna even put that out my mouth. I was just no ain't no. I'm gonna need somebody to help me understand it, cause I don't want nobody to help me understand it, because then that mean I got a goddamn mental disorder too, cause it ain't no understanding that. See, it ain't, and that's why this message had to come out, cause it don't make sense. You got to be on some sugar booger to think this shit is okay. You really do. Anybody who think what I just said is something okay about that, got to be on the sugar booger. Because ain't nowhere in the hell anybody with a sane mind, an intelligent mind, will think that is okay, because it ain't. You know? And that's just a message. You know what I'm saying? So people has to understand that. I mean, racism and the division is deteriorating this country. And until we address it and stop talking about some BC and AC and what's going to happen with the world in the future, no. Start talking about it and break it down into today's term. Because like I said, Cain and Abel and everybody else is walking and have some of them staying right next door to us right now. So all the characters are alive. But we have to come together. Blacks, whites, whatever nationality you are, everybody needs to come together and talk about how this can be changed and addressed very urgently, because we can see right in front of our very own eyes how this damn country is deteriorating. And it's going to get worse if we don't make it better. I mean, I just don't understand that. And, you know, you just have some racist people that feel like, they don't want another race to get above them. Or they feel like their race is deteriorating. Like it's not as many of them as it used to be. Well, hell, who fault is that? Somebody, y'all need to start having sex then. If you think that, y'all need to start having sex and having babies or something. If you think that y'all race is declining. That ain't got nothing to do with us. You got to pick up your own pace. Just because you slacking in one area, you want to blame another race. Or you want to kill another race out because you ain't got that many people in your race left. What kind of shit is that? Y'all gonna have to tell me. Make it make sense. Because I really don't understand it. I really don't. And, you know, if black people had did that, what they did, running up there in them folks' spot, they would have had to build a whole nother cemetery for the black folks and some of the white. If some white folks had been with them, they would have had to build a whole nother cemetery to put all them bodies in. It was talking about some 5. 5? How about 5,000 if it would have been blacks? And one probably would have got away. And then I seen one black man up in there looking like an old shriveled up raisin. I seen him up in there looking like he was lost, didn't know what was going on or whatever. I don't know what he was. I guess a damn sellout. I don't know what he was, but he was up in there. He looked like he didn't know what was going on. And I'm surprised they ain't mistake his ass and start whooping his ass too. But anyway, I'm going to tell you, we need to change this world. We really do. We really do. Because them folks went up there in that house and just stinked up the joint. Just stinking up the joint. They went up there stinking up the joint. But the whole world and this country got to see what we dealing with. And people talking about they were surprised and they didn't know. No, we knew. We knew for 400 years. That's the type of rage y'all have inside of you. That's how come we can't never get nowhere oppressed. With that same rage is what happens with police brutality. That same rage is what happens when we're being oppressed. We see that same rage all the time. But now people done seen it on national TV and think that it's something new. That shit ain't new. That shit been happening for 400 years. That same, can you imagine the way they was acting on that screen? They was video recording themselves. They was acting a slap fool. They wasn't afraid of nothing. Can you imagine what it was like for the slavery time? Because see, we got to see the rage. So can you imagine what they rage was really like back in slavery when there was no cameras? It's worse than that. It's worse than that. We just saw a little glimpse of it. Everybody talking about, oh, that was just terrible. That was just this. We can't believe. No, you can't believe it because they turned on their own. So if they turn on their own like that, like that. If they turn on their own like that, can you imagine what they do when there's a black kid jogging and gets shot? Or when there's a black male driving their car, gets stopped, gets shot. Or when a female is driving, gets stopped, gets shot. See, we done seen all this. Everything that was happening up there, we see it every day. We see it every day. So let's see how the world gonna help change that. And one more thing. Got to read these folks' asses too, because I had to get some more hot tea for this one. Have y'all seen that throughout this whole crisis, this pandemic, you got people losing their jobs, you got people who have lost jobs, who never thought they was going to ever live or hit hard times the way they done hit now. See, this quarantine done made people see what other people are going through. Because you have some people that have lost jobs that really never thought that they was going to be jobless at all. And they see what it is and how it is to struggle because they have to do without. The same way poor people have been doing for decades and centuries. Okay? Now, have y'all noticed with all these people that done lost jobs, they done lost their houses, they done lost their cars, they done just about lost everything they had. I ain't seen no other country raising no damn money for the United States. You know how, see, when crisis happens somewhere else, all in another country, United States is always sending money across somewhere else to help someone else. But ain't nobody raised no money in another country and sent no damn money over here to help out with all the people we have lost and all the families that has lost people during this pandemic and lost their house during the pandemic, lost their jobs during the pandemic. Ain't nobody sent a damn nickel over here to help, not no massive nickels, ain't sent no money over here to help out the United States. See, that's why I say another thing, that take care of your own home before you go taking care of somebody else's home. If your home ain't taken care of, how the hell you gonna go out and take care of somebody else's home? You ain't got no lights, no water, no gas, no nothing. But then you gonna go over somebody else's house and pay their light, water, and gas. How the hell that work? And that's exactly what happened. You have everybody always want to take money out of our pocket and tell, let's donate to this, let's donate to that. I done seen people, let's donate to the animal thing, or let's donate over here to this country. Let's donate. I mean, they'll have a whole concert on TV to raise money for another country, and ain't no country raise money for this country. See, that's what I'm saying is, it's all divided and confused. All divided and confused. You have some stars and everybody else that will throw a concert trying to raise money for any other country over there. I ain't seen them yet get together and raise money for this pandemic, for the people who has lost their loved ones, paying for these burials, none of that stuff. Not everybody looking out for the damn self. Ain't nobody raising no money. You know, you see on TV every time you turn, donate to this, donate to that, donate to this. Ain't nobody saying nothing about donating to the families who lost loved ones during this pandemic, and it's a massive number. Ain't nobody breaking their ass, foot, and leg for that. See, you have to watch what you see. See, the pandemic and the quarantine has made you sit down and look. Oh, sure have it. I pay attention to everything. You know? Now, I done seen some stars and everybody, they got their own personal shows, their virtual shows, where they doing stuff and collecting money for them. But I ain't seen nothing that it's a massive collection for families that has lost loved ones, lost jobs, lost their houses, lost their cars, done damn near lost everything they had. It ain't no massive charity shit going on about that. So see, all that stuff people need to pay attention to. And I always tell people, it's okay to look at all these reality stuff and all that stuff, but you need to start paying attention to what's going on around you and what's going on in the world you're in, the country you're in. Because that don't make no sense. But I had to spill some tea on that right there. You know, because they're quick to ask you for some doggone money to help out somebody in a whole nother country. But ain't nobody quick to raise money for the ones right here. Not another country, and not even the one citizens that's here. Ain't no man. You can still have a virtual concert and raise money and trickle up money. So now I'm wondering, was it all a show? Because, you know, some people collect money and then the people who they collecting it for don't hardly ever see the damn money. So, see, a lot of stuff is being exposed during this quarantine message. And that's what I wanted to let everybody know about that. And then you just have the poison of racism that we really need to change, y'all. And that's basically all I really have to say about that. If we don't address this crucial matter urgently, this world and this country is going to deteriorate right in front of our eyes if we don't address this matter. So, hopefully, that people wisen up, think, and address the matter. Start talking about racism. Start discussing racism. You know, and the more you talk about it, the better you can get other people to understand your point of view. Yes, it's going to be some people that's just stuck in their damn ways, but the more we keep teaching it and keep teaching it all across, everywhere, every nationality, everybody, teach it, teach it, teach that racism is cruel. It's a mental disorder. When you're racist, hard racist, it's a mental disorder. It's okay to, you don't like a person or dislike a person, but this racism, and this division, that ain't right. So that's all I got to say about that. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye-bye. Y'all have a nice one now. See y'all next week.